New York City's food scene is amongst the best in the world, and if you want the lowdown of some of the best eats in the Big Apple, you're in the right place. What is up and welcome to Mamps on the Map and to episode 3 of my New York food guide.
Got about 100 reasons to leave the party, but I will not. Got a lot of meaning to get to you when I'm in a spot. Thought about what's the season, oh yeah, it's summer feeling so hot. I could burn in my slumber, turn the lights off and let the beat drop. I'm the meanest rapper, meaning I feed on rappers a lot. I'm obscene, I need not encouragement, this the courage I got. Got a buzz going so people heard of me, then I pop kinda.
In today's video, we're diving into everything New York City, from classic breakfast staples to world famous delis, and of course, we can't forget the sweet treats. This food tour is gonna be a madness. So let's start the day right with one of the most popular brunch spots in the city. So we're on our way to Bubby's, which is basically where we want to get some of New York's finest pancakes, and I love American pancakes. No one does pancakes better than America. And Bubby's, it's a bit of a mission, I'm not gonna lie. It's about a 20-minute-ish walk from the World Trade Center, but we're gonna make the trek. I'm sure it'll be worth it. So if you are going to Bubby's, you need to make sure that you get a reservation. We booked probably about, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks in advance, and even then, it's like a midday booking. Otherwise, all they've got is like evening availability. So you definitely wanna book it, because otherwise you'll either be waiting ages or you won't get a reservation. So I was here for one thing and one thing only. It's known as the Pancake Flight. 3 of the fluffiest pancakes in the game, each with a different assortment of toppings. You've got a pancake topped with caramelized banana and toasted walnuts, another with a rich blueberry compote, and to complete the trio, Nutella with a mixed berry compote and a dollop of whipped cream. Top all of that with some maple syrup, and well, my reaction says it all. These, hands down, might be the best pancakes I've ever had. And that's no exaggeration, no lie. This is why this place has all the hype. It's fully worth it. Right, so we just finished at Bubby's, and oh my god, it's filling. So I would definitely say you can share this between 2 people, because mans could not finish. And normally I got a pretty big appetite and I can finish my food, but in this case, the pancakes defeated me. And it's also not the cheapest meal. So the Pancake Flight is going to cost you $26.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't there when the bill came.
Mrs. on the Map wasn't there when I paid the bill. Then when you add in a drink and the service charge, you've got yourself a pretty hefty bill to pay. But on a level, I'd do it again. These are sensational pancakes, man, and well worth it in my opinion. Next, I was in the mood for a taste of Italy, but I wasn't just going to any old Italian deli. The next place on this food tour went viral for apparently being the home of the world's best sandwiches. So for an authentic Italian sandwich, we're here at All'Antico Vinaio. It basically started as an Italian sandwich shop in Florence, but then moved its way up to New York, and this is what we've gone for. So this is La Favolosa, and what we've got is salami, we've got some pecorino cream cheese, we've got some spicy eggplant on there, and also artichokes. So all on this lovely, fresh made Tuscan bread, all made in-house with ingredients imported from Italy. Now, apparently this is like the world's most famous sandwich shop, and the fact that it's made its way to New York says something. But let's give it a go and see if it's worth the hype. Now for the big bite. That is delicious. Fresh meats, you get that creamy cheese, it's nice and cold, and then that spicy eggplant, and then that bread. The bread is the star of the show. Freshly made, nice crisp, but then nice and soft and quite airy. It's a delicious, delicious Italian sandwich. Now, I couldn't have come all the way to New York and not tried a classic New York hot dog. You know, the ones from the carts on the side of the street. But I wanted to try the best of the best. The GOAT, one of the OGs who paved the way for the street dog in New York. So we were in Central Park and I saw on Google Maps that Billy's hot dog cart is not far. So I thought I had to try it. It's probably the cheapest meal I've had in New York, $2 for a hot dog. And it's made with so much love and care. And Billy's a top lad, man. He actually talks to you when he's making the hot dog and, you know, pays attention to what you're doing.
You like mustard ketchup?
Yes, please. Go on.
We'll have some sweet pickles,
Yes,
relish.
sure.
You like it?
Yeah.
And over here we do have some cabbage.
Oh yeah, that'd be really
Okay,
good.
that's all. And a little bit of onion sauce.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's it.
We've got a hot dog, we got some pickles, some mustard, some ketchup, some sweet onion sauce, and it looks like some cabbage on there as well, on a nice soft roll. Let's give this a go. This is my first New York hot dog. That is a wicked hot dog, man. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it'd be that good, being $2 and being from a hot dog cart. But this, with all the toppings, is a wicked, wicked hot dog. Wow, I'm mad impressed. Decent hot dog. That's Billy's Hot Dog Cart here in New York City. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about New York is that it's a melting pot of cultures, and that makes the food scene so special. And I couldn't resist hitting up the iconic Los Tacos for some home-cooked Mexican food, just like my mama used to make. Hey, wait a second, man, I'm Indian. Oh yeah, estos son los tacos. So we are in Los Tacos number 1, probably the number 1 taco spot in all of New York City. And I've heard mad things about it, and so I want to try it out. And I've gone for loads of different tacos. We've got a pork taco and a beef taco and then a chicken quesadilla and also a cactus quesadilla. Now, one thing to be aware of is that the flour tortillas, they involve like pork lard. So if you're a vegetarian, go for the corn tortillas. Obviously, I went for a bit of both. And you also get like loads of little salsas, and we've got some chips as well. So we basically got the full shebang here. I'm gonna go for the chicken quesadilla first, which looks incredible. Just look at that. We've got some guac on there. We've got some coriander, grilled chicken, freshly prepared, corn tortilla. Oh man, it's so good. It's unreal, man. It's ridiculously good. Okay, now we got the pork. We got some different onions on there. Again, guac. Wow, this is ridiculously good. It's probably the best tacos I've ever had. Then let's try the beef one. And I'm gonna put a bit of spicy sauce on it. Not gonna lie, everything is incredible here. Cooked to perfection, man. The meat is tender, it's juicy, it's not dry. The ingredients are fresh. This is a winner. If you're in New York City, please try this. Then finally, I actually want to try the cactus. We've got cactus quesadilla. So this is the vegetarian option. And I haven't really had kind of grilled cactus before. Let's try it. Wow, this is so good. And then we're gonna end it off with some chips and guac. Man, everything is so good. That's Los Tacos, number 1 here in New York City. They've got several chains across the city. Be sure to check it out. Alright, it's time to switch things up with a banging spot for dinner, especially if you're in the mood for some of the best burgers in the city, but with a twist. This is Korean American fusion restaurant Nawan. So we're at Nawan here at the East Village, and I've come to try their legendary burger. There's 2 smashed patties, the kimchi sauce, it's got kimchi in it, American cheese, pickles, and first things first, looking at it, it's a beautiful burger. You can already see how crispy the kind of crust is on those smashed patties. And on a sesame seed bun, let's see how this tastes. Wow. Oh my god, that is amazing. The crunch of the kimchi, it's a bit sour, but then I think the best thing about this burger is that crust, those smashed patties. It's almost like a crisp or a chip. It's crispy, buttery, meaty. It's perfect. And these are the honey garlic tater tots. Self-explanatory. We got some fried tater tots, some honey and some garlic sauce. So I'm gonna grab one with a bit of everything, and let's try it. Wow. It's not your basic tater tots. It's the seasoning on it, the sauce. It's almost like sweet. Really good food here at Nawan.
That's why this burger is rated so highly and why the restaurant has so many good reviews.
Now, besides the food being absolutely out of this world, the vibe of this place is immaculate. It's hip, edgy, but also kind of chill at the same time. But what sealed the deal for me was that no one had the best bathroom experience of my life. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard me. Check this out.
This is the bathroom. We got some vibes up in here. We got some rap music. We got a disco ball. We got this guy. This is insane, man. This is the vibe. This is how all toilets should be.
Now, before we come on to the sweet treat section of this food tour, for insane amounts of mouth-watering variety from around the globe, we're heading to Brooklyn to check out the Time Out Market. That's right, the travel blog Time Out has its own food market. Honestly, if you don't find something to eat here, well, I can't help you. It all looks so good, including flavourful Indian food. You've got some American classics like mac and cheese, Nashville fried chicken and steak sandwiches. Or why not switch things up with some Venezuelan arepa? But I was in the mood for a taste of Japan from Mr. Taka Ramen.
So first I'm going to start off with the vegetable gyoza. Let's give this a go. Dip it in some soy sauce. It's hot but delicious. It's got plenty of filling. A nice crispy kind of outer pastry. Proper good stuff, man. No. Mrs. on the Map also approves. And then I went for the black garlic tonkotsu. And I've got it here because there's a lot of ingredients. Got pork broth, thin noodles, sliced pork belly, scallions, bean sprouts, mushrooms, black garlic oil and garlic chips. And then obviously they're ramen noodles and it's topped with, like I said, topped with pork. You can just see the steam coming off these bouncy noodles. Very good. Very garlicky broth. Plentiful noodles, man. They give you loads of noodles. Damn, this is good. Trying to use chopsticks to be sophisticated. Got a bit of that pork now to try, which actually has a nice char to it. That grilled pork tastes like barbecue. This is what you need on a cold day here in New York.
Now, when you're starving, everything tastes better than it is. And reflecting on the ramen, I had a few thoughts. And of course, when it comes to reviewing food, I want to be as real as possible and give you my honest opinion.
So we just finished at Time Out Market. And initially I was like, oh, this is really good. But then, I don't know, as I started to eat it, I felt that it was maybe just missing something. Like missing like that packed flavor, you know, vibe. Like it wasn't full of flavor. Mrs. on the Map's ramen was really good. She got the vegan ramen, which had a really strong like curry taste. But my garlic ramen wasn't like super strong. But yeah, worth checking out though, Time Out Market. There's so many places. There's basically something for everyone.
Right, so if you've made it this far with me on this food tour, you're in for a treat. A sweet treat, as New York is famous for so many desserts and I had to try them all. Sticking to the Time Out Market, if you're looking for an ice cream sundae, or maybe the most rich, velvety hot chocolate topped with a toasted marshmallow, Sugar Hill Creamery is the place to go. If you want to know more, be sure to check out my festive guide to Christmas in New York, as this hot chocolate is a seasonal special, only available in the winter months. Heading back to Manhattan, if you've ever googled the best cookies in New York City, you might have seen a little bakery known as Levain popping up, serving up freshly baked, thick, gooey cookies, and yes, the hype is real.
So we're at Levain Bakery. There's a few chains around New York City, but we came to this specific one and we want to try their cookies. I've heard these are the best cookies in New York, but I want to be the judge for that myself. And so we went for 2 cookies. So this is their original cookie. It's basically chocolate chip and walnut. There we go, look at that. Gooey, oozing cookies, oh my god. These are hella thick cookies, man. And you can just see the walnuts in there, that melty chocolate chip. And then, this is basically like their double chocolate cookie. Let's have a look at this. Oh my god. Look at that. I think let's taste this one first. It's got some weight to it, man. It's a weighty cookie. It looks good. See if it tastes good. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Thick. It's like got oozing melted chocolate inside it. And then this looks even better because you can see that melted chocolate, that walnut. Insane, man. That's a game changer when it comes to cookies. Levain Bakery, man. I see what the hype's about. Banging, banging cookies. 10 out of 10. You cannot beat them.
So Levain Bakery more than impressed me. These aren't just the best cookies in New York. They're the best I've ever had, and to this day, I haven't had a cookie that has out-finessed Levain. It's just the best of the best, the GOAT. It is what it is.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Now, as I mentioned, there's a few Levain bakeries dotted around New York, but if you can only go to one, you need to hit up the OG spot. The original location on 74th Street near Central Park. This tiny hole-in-the-wall bakery is where it all started, and having tried multiple Levain chains, this one was by far the best, serving up the freshest cookies that were life-changing. If you guys have ever seen any of my other videos, you know that I love a good donut. It's probably one of my favourite things to eat, and every country I visit, I have to assess the donut game, and of course, New York was no different, and I had high expectations.
So we've just hit up Donut Plant here in the Grand Central Station, and at Donut Plant I went for the vanilla bean and jam. So what that is, it's got blackberry jam inside and then this vanilla glaze, and this is a pretty hench donut. It's a nice little square shape. There were smaller donuts, but I wanted to go for the big one, and I love a jam donut, so let's see how this one tastes. It's nice and soft. I love donuts, man. Probably one of my favourite sweet treats. And you can see that blackberry jam just oozing through. Okay, let's try and get a bit of the jammy bit. Oh man.
Looks really nice.
It's so good. So you get like the sourness of that blackcurrant jam, but then the glaze on top. Delicious. So that's Donut Plant. Try it out if you want a donut in New York.
The next spot on this food tour fully went viral and was all over my social media feeds, so of course I had to check it out for myself. Let's head to Magnolia Bakery, home of the banana pudding.
So we're at Hudson Yards Mall and we've just hit up Magnolia Bakery, famous for their banana pudding. I've heard good things about it, and there's several spots around the city, Hudson Mall, also Grand Central Station and a few other locations. But we went for the classic small banana pudding. They do a special one which is red velvet, but let's see what the hype's all about. So let's go down and get all of these layers. I'm not quite sure what's in the pudding actually. It looks like cream, cake, banana, all the things I love. So let's give it a taste. Whoa, it's really nice. It's surprisingly good. I didn't think, wow. I didn't think banana pudding would be that special. But it's cool. It's like got a cold kind of temperature to it. You get that cakey bit, sweetness of the pudding and that creamy texture, and then pieces of fresh banana. It's actually really good. Surprisingly good.
Right, I think I've missed one dessert on this food tour. Something that embodies the New York dessert scene so much that it's got New York in the name. No trip to New York would be complete without a New York cheesecake, and Junior's is the spot for that. Junior's has been whipping up god tier cheesecake since the 1950s, so let's see how this classic stacks up.
Now one thing that New York is famous for is cheesecake. And so we hit up Junior's Cheesecake here in Times Square. And look at this absolute monster. This is the devil's food cheesecake. Think of it as a chocolate cheesecake, and then it looks like chocolate fudge cake combined into this monstrosity that I cannot wait to devour. Oh my god, this is massive. I don't know how I'm gonna get like all the layers on this. There we go, we've got a bit of every layer. That cheesecake, cake, chocolate ganache, all kinds of goodness. That is so good. Oh my god, that's a rich cheesecake. It's massive. You have to share it. I don't see that one person can finish this, but it is incredible. It's actually not too chocolatey. It's not too overpowering because you do have a massive cheesecake layer. Perfect cheesecake. That's Junior's Cheesecake here in Times Square.
Now, one thing you might be thinking is, Maps, this is a New York food tour, right? Where's the pizzas and bagels at? Well, for such special eats, they needed the spotlight all to themselves, so I decided to make a separate New York bagel and pizza guide, feasting on the classics, devouring some new spots on the block, and giving you my verdict on which pizza slices and bagels you do not want to miss out on. Feel free to click on the pop-up links or links in the description to check out my video guides for yourself. And now for the one you've all been waiting for. Let's head to the oldest and most legendary deli in the city.
So we are at the famous Katz Deli here in New York, and the queues were mad, but I couldn't have done my food tour in New York without reviewing Katz Deli. And just look at this monster. This is the Reuben, which features pastrami, I think sauerkraut, Swiss cheese and mustard on a rye bread. And it is a monster. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Oh my god. It is a monster sandwich, look at that. Those layers of pastrami. Now this was $30, it's not a cheap sandwich, but I hope it's worth it. So let's give it a go. Oh my god, that is unreal. The meat is so tender and juicy. It's like got a smoky taste to it. And you've got that sauerkraut, that cheese. You know what? I think this was worth the $30 and that half an hour wait. Man, Katz Deli, I knew I had to try it and I was not disappointed.
Alright guys, after that epic sandwich, I'm stuffed, and that's a wrap for this New York City food tour. If you enjoyed the video, then of course leave a like and subscribe for more epic food and travel adventures. If you've got any questions about visiting New York, then leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram and let me know in the comments your favourite places to eat in New York. It's been a pleasure, see you in the next one.
And that kind of concludes the New York food tour. Peace.